37 plus, what's today?
Thursday.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 4. So almost at week 38. He's still comfy in the belly. Josh's guesstimated due date passed yesterday. You lose. Mine is the 4th. So next, what's that? Monday, Tuesday, something like that. Tuesday. So we'll see. We're on our way to the doctor now for a little checkup. I've been having pretty regular contractions. So Tuesday night, what were they like?
20, 15, 10.
They were very regular, not really super painful yet, but they decreased in time. And then they just stopped when I went to bed. And then all day yesterday, they were like 30 minutes apart, somewhere a little bit closer throughout the entire day. So I don't know what that's about. We'll find out. We'll ask her today. But I hope that it comes soon. We'll see. Alright, just left the doctor.
What's that?
You have a great hair.
What?
Wait, it's not.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
When we get it.
You're gonna pull 6 out. It's not gray, it's blonde.
That looks
blonde.
silver.
It's blonde.
It's definitely silver.
It's blonde.
Alright, what'd you say?
You look good. Contractions don't mean anything. Could be another few weeks.
And that's it. So, good checkup. Heartbeat is good. He's still head down. So now we just wait. I've decided I'm not gonna even, I'm gonna expect him later than his due date now. Just because I've been driving myself a little bit crazy. So, I'm just gonna live my life. Squat. Eat. And act as if, I don't know. But we're gonna go to breakfast now. And I'll show you guys what we get. Hey you guys, so obviously you got the full update this morning after our doctor's appointment, but I wanted to use the rest of this video to talk about pregnancy and training and exercise because I feel like it's still, hold on, I got a contraction. Also, side note, sorry for the pig noises, obviously you can see what that's coming from behind me. But I wanted to kind of use the rest of this video to talk about pregnancy and training and fitness. I kind of touched on this a little bit in an earlier video when I first became pregnant. I might have been in my second trimester, maybe not yet. But I wanted to do an updated one after now being certified in pre and postnatal fitness. And as a recap, after going through the majority of my pregnancy so far. So obviously staying active during pregnancy was a top priority for me from the get-go, and it was not easy, but then again, pregnancy is not easy regardless if you think you have an easy pregnancy or not. If you're very symptomless, I don't care what you say. Pregnancy is hard. What women have to do is really hard, and even if you love it and if it's great physically for you, I still think it comes with so many challenges as far as what we can and we can't do. A lot of people like to tell us what we can and we can't do who are not our doctors or anybody of importance in our lives. And just being pregnant somehow gives people a reason to give you unsolicited advice, and I just think it's crazy, but that's a whole nother video. I think there's still a lot of stigma and confusion about pregnancy and training and lifting specifically. I think that a lot of women think they have to stop doing what they're doing as far as exercise goes when they get pregnant, or maybe they think that they can't exercise or lift at all or lift more than 15 pounds. There's so many myths out there, and I hope this video kind of eases your thoughts and clarifies a little bit what you should expect on the fitness side of things while you're pregnant. And I do want to throw a disclaimer in here. Obviously, I'm not a doctor. I am not your doctor. So first and foremost, before you start or continue or do any exercise program, make sure that it is safe for you and your baby to do so from your doctor. I am qualified to obviously talk about this, but pregnancy and just fitness and nutrition in general is so individual. So just be smart, check with your physician, and ensure that you're safe to do what you want to do. All right, so the American College of Sports Medicine, which is where I'm certified through, they recommend a total of 150 minutes of exercise per week for pregnant women, and that can be spread across 4 to 7 days. It's obviously not to be done all in one day. And the type, intensity, and frequency of this exercise really depends on each person. It's really important to remind yourself during pregnancy, your mission is not to PR your lifts, your mission is not to run faster than ever before, your mission is not to improve your body composition or lose weight or body fat. Those are things that you should not be striving for while pregnant, and I know that can be really hard for a lot of women because we're so used to chasing fat loss and chasing weight loss and wanting to better our bodies, and seeing the scale come up instead of go down can be really mentally challenging. And what I tell my pregnant clients is that your mission right now is to grow this human to the best of your ability and to do it in a way that makes you feel your best. And that is going to be a little bit different for everybody, obviously, but that is your main mission right now. Whether you're a CrossFit athlete, a marathon runner, a power lifter, or you come from this background of really intense activity and exercise, that all needs to be pushed aside while you are going through your pregnancy. And I know that's a really hard thing to do, but keeping in mind that this is all temporary and that you are doing everything in your power to grow a superhuman baby who's strong and healthy kind of makes it a little bit easier, but there are definitely going to be days where it feels like a struggle and you just want to do the things that you were doing before. I totally get it. Pregnancy is not forever. You're not going to be pregnant for the rest of your life. So learning a new normal during these 9 months is crucial, and figuring out what works best for you as far as training is super important. So the goals of a solid pregnancy training program are, and these are very generalized, obviously. The truth is, safely going about an exercise program while you're pregnant is actually really beneficial for both you and your baby. Obviously, with clearance from your doctor, as mentioned before, recent research shows that exercise is really beneficial across the board. It actually helps with labor. It can help you recover faster postpartum. And in my opinion, it can help battle that fatigue that we all get when we're pregnant. On days that I don't train, I am way more tired and more like a couch potato than on days that I do exercise, even if it's just a walk outside or going downstairs in my basement for a quick 15-minute workout. That always makes me feel so much better than not doing anything at all. A common question I get is, what should I stay away from while pregnant? And the answer to that is, it's a little bit different for everybody. It's probably really annoying, but it's the truth. And what's safe for one person may not be safe for someone else. It all depends on, where your current activity level is, what you were doing pre-pregnancy, what's going on now. There's so many things that factor into what is safe for you versus what is unsafe. Some general things to stay away from are direct ab work. And I'm not saying you should refrain from training your core 100%, and that's something that I go over a lot in my pregnancy ebook. Anything that puts your spine into flexion, so like a crunch movement or anything that's, obviously coming this way, not going to be the best, especially while you have a belly. It's going to be impossible. Another thing that you want to refrain from doing is high impact exercise that may cause you to lose proper core function. So if you can't go for a run without peeing your pants, or doing any kind of jumping movement, anything that's putting more pressure on your pelvic floor that's high impact, isn't really something that we want to continue during pregnancy, because that can make your recovery of your pelvic floor a lot longer and harder afterwards. And then lastly, any kind of heavy lifting. Obviously, heavy is a relative term. What I think is heavy might be different from them what you think is heavy, but anything heavy relatively for you, or anything that causes you to have to hold your breath. So I talked about this in the last video, if you want to go watch that a little bit more in depth. But any kind of lift, so let's say you were a power lifter before and are used to maxing out or lifting really heavy, and you have to hold your breath to perform that lift safely. That's not something that you want to do during pregnancy, because that just increases your intra-abdominal pressure. So just 3 things right off the bat that probably aren't smart to do during pregnancy or as you progress through your pregnancy. So all in all, pregnancy does not mean you have to give up exercise. It does not mean you have to give up lifting. The things that you do may have to shift a little bit depending on what you did in the past, but by no means does it mean you have to stop doing everything just because you're pregnant. And I know some days you probably don't feel like going to the gym. Honor your body, give yourself some grace, rest a little bit, and just remind yourself it's all temporary. If you guys want some more information regarding pregnancy and fitness, I cover pregnancy training, so a full 9-month training program in my ebook, as well as nutrition guidelines and mindset work, so accepting that weight gain and some other various topics that a lot of pregnant women just struggle with. So I will link the ebook in the comments if you want to check that out. There are videos to every workout, and I programmed it with each trimester in mind. So there are different goals for each trimester. As you obviously near the end of pregnancy, things get modified a little bit more, but it's all in all a great program to follow. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out in the comments, or my email address is in the description box as well. So I hope this cleared up some of your worries if you are pregnant and wanting to continue to exercise, and hopefully there won't be a 38-week update video, but I'm thinking right now that there will be. But maybe baby boy will surprise us and come within the next week or so. We'll see. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!